What's going on, everybody? Welcome to today's edition of, well, actually, today is not about pissing the world off. It's just about sharing different perspectives and talking about them. This war has definitely taken a severe toll on us all, Jews and non-Jews alike. Recently, I posted a video of the protest that happened in Israel a couple days ago, where about 500,000 people took to the streets and over 1 million people took part in a strike. And of course, there were a bunch of different perspectives, and it really reminds me of the United States in that regard, because you have people that are far left, and then you have people that are just to the left, then you have people that are far right, and then you have people that are just to the right, just like America. And everybody is not going to agree. The entire nation is not going to protest. However, when 500,000 people, and that's one of the lower estimates, right? When 500,000 people take to the streets, it deserves to be spoken about. Now, of course, there are people, like I said, who feel that the protest was absolutely pointless because the Hamas holes are not interested in any kind of protest. They're not interested in any kind of peace talk or anything like that. Then you have the people that were protesting that feels that it was absolutely necessary to put that kind of pressure on the Israeli government so that they could make some moves, or would make some moves that would get some of the hostages, if not all of the hostages, back. Then there's the group of people who feel like it was strictly a political thing and Benjamin Netanyahu needs to get the hell out of office. And another perspective is that if it was not for Bibi Netanyahu, things would be far, far worse. Now, generally, I don't discuss too much politics, and I definitely stay away from Israeli politics because I understand, just like in the US, it is very, very nuanced, and I do not have all of the facts. I don't have boots on the ground. I just have conversations with people who are over there and people that have more knowledge than I do. But again, I don't partake in the discussion. I leave that to the Israeli community. The one thing that I believe that all sides, or at least most of the sides in this particular conversation, want is the same thing, which is the end of the war and all of the hostages returned. There's just a whole bunch of confusion as to how you get there, especially when you're dealing with a group like Hamas. With that in mind, we all need to keep our heads together, right? We don't need to be attacking each other in the comment sections because we all have the exact same goal. It's just we have different ideas of how to achieve that goal. But the more division that is sown, the further away we'll all get from the goal that we desire. If I'm being perfectly honest, I see the points of all sides of the situation, right? But the reality is, my concern is A, getting the hostages home, B, putting an end to this war, and a decline, a sharp, rapid decline in the anti-Semitism that we see worldwide. The last thing I want to say is, I don't get paid by any person or any group of people or any organization or anything, period, to say anything or post anything that I say or that I post. I post different perspectives that are given to me by different people whose voices I feel need to be amplified. That has always been the point and purpose of this page, along with fighting anti-Semitism, and of course, from the onset, it was about Black and Jewish unity. This is why I do what I do. I am not into war. I hate all war. I do understand that this is one of the most impossible wars because of the tactics that are being used, and these are tactics that nobody in the world is used to seeing. And I feel that that is largely responsible for the way that everybody is taking it and handling it and processing it, because this is something that we've never seen before. But with all that said, let's keep in mind that the goal should be to get all of the hostages home and end Hamas. However that looks, however long it takes, that is what needs to be done. So with that said, feel free to comment what you think, but be respectful to everyone, because you're going to want everyone to be respectful of your opinion. With that said, protect your peace and have the day that you deserve.